Hi Pokefans, welcome back to part 23 of my Indigo Disk DLC. Last episode we went ahead and defeated all of the gym leaders for the second time in Blueberry Academy. In today's episode I'm gonna go ahead and invite them for one last time so that we can go ahead and get the traded Pokemons. I'm pretty excited for this. I really have no idea which Pokemons I'm gonna get from each of these gym leaders, so I'm pretty excited. I've also gone ahead and caught a couple of Pokemons that are specifically for these gym leaders. So I'm pretty excited to go ahead and give this Pokemon to them as well. I guess we could start with Katie here. As you can see, we also have Nemona, Arwen and Penny available, whom I'll be going ahead and picking up in the next episode. We also get traded Pokemons from them. And with trading the Pokemons with all of these gym leaders, will unlock the rest of the characters that are present over there. We do have around 12 of them. Some of them get unlocked by trading 3 Pokemon, some of them unlocked by trading 5 Pokemons, and I believe some of them by trading all 8. Either way, here we have Katie. As usual, she is asking us a question. This time she wants us to know which Pokemon has newly joined her team. Initially, I actually thought it was Galvantula, considering that she did say she added a Joltik to her team, but apparently that's not the right answer. Next thing I did was go into Gyarados, thinking that was it, but apparently that's not right either, so Arachnid is the right answer. But of course, I feel like she already had that Pokemon. Maybe I read the question wrong. Maybe she did mean it as Arachnid in the first place. Either way, at this point, since we have invited her for 2 times before and since this is the 3rd time, she's actually happy to go ahead and start a trade with us. Yep, I do fancy being a bug type Pokemon trainer as long as the Pokemon is pretty good. In this case, she is gonna go ahead and ask us for a trade. Alright, I guess we could do that. She is gonna give us a Combi. It better be a female one, or else I am really not sure what to do with it. I of course bought her another Joltik. This is the one I found in a Charstone cave. And of course some of these Pokemons that I did catch were on part of the Catch a Pokemon from a certain region quest. I believe you get this quest when you're going through the normal quest that you have in the Blueberry Academy. Either way, here we have her Combi and it seems like it is a female. That is pretty cool. This actually makes me think if I should just go through a, journey through Paldia just with all of these Pokemons that I got from these gym leaders. That I think would be super fun. Alright, let me quickly talk to Brasius. Apparently, he actually visited the famed painter from Castelia City and is quite impressed. Of course, he did get spun into a masterpiece himself, which is pretty funny. I really wish we got a chance to go there. Either way, he himself is of course gonna go ahead and trade with us as well. Wonder which Pokemon he is gonna trade. It is a grass type. Let's see what happens. Alright, definitely sounds great. He does have quite the appreciation for art and so do I. I guess he wants us to be an apprentice. Sadly that picture is not in this game. But that is a pretty cool dialogue. In this case, here we go. Here is the special dialogue for trading. And I guess I am surprised that he's actually talking so openly about art with us. I was really not expecting that. Alright. He does have a proposal and that is to go ahead and engage in an artistic exchange of Pokemon. Pretty cool. As for him, I do have a grass type Pokemon that I specially caught. Now I did catch it in a um, a mass outbreak that happened before. But I think this is the perfect Pokemon for him. I think this one will actually help him give some more variety into his team itself. But in this case, we do get a Sunflora. Nothing special, but I think Sunflora is a pretty cool Pokemon, so we are just gonna take it. I'm still thinking that just going through Paldea with the Pokemons that we just got it traded would be definitely a great idea. Maybe I'll do that in the future. Anyway, that's all on Brassius. Let me quickly go ahead and invite 2 more gym leaders here, and we can trade the Pokemons with them as well. This time I invited Lono and Kofu. I'm pretty excited to see what Lono has to say. As usual, she is talking about her channel, which is nothing surprising. But I wish they had given her a better storyline for her dialogue. There are a couple of storylines that I did see which were pretty nice, especially the one with Katie and Brassius. Hopefully the other gym leaders will have a better story than the one Lono is giving me here. In this case, the options really don't matter, so I'm just gonna go with the first one. Although I must say, I wish that she had talked more about electric type Pokemons here. After all, she does have a variety of them. Now I could have given her the Joltik as well, but I do have a Pokemon that she has yet to add to her team. I think it is going to be an amazing addition, especially considering that it does eliminate the threat of ground types. If you have already guessed it, let me know in the comment section. If not, the Pokemon itself is actually Tynamo right here. I myself really like Tynamo, and I really wish I could actually add it to my team in the beginning of this game. Unfortunately, you don't really get Tynamo in Paldea, at least not at the beginning, so it's a bit difficult to add it. In this case, I got this one once again in Charstone Cave, so we are just gonna go ahead and trade it over to Lono here. She does give us a Magnemite, which is a pretty nice Pokemon. I do appreciate this one as well. It would definitely make a great addition to my team if I ever start a journey in Paldea. Alright, now that we have done this, I guess that's all with Lono right here. I'm not too excited with her dialogues, but I guess we can just quickly go through it. There we go. I'm interested more in Kofu's dialogue, considering the fact that he was trying to get a dish or a hot pot, I believe, introduced into Blueberry Academy's cafeteria. I wonder if he did go over his plan and was able to actually achieve it. There you are, I've got some good news. Awesome, this old man's managed to land collaboration between Kofu Lounge and Blueberry Academy cafeteria. That's amazing. Of course, we only just settled on the deal. My first order of business is to rework Kofu's Lounge House Special Hot Pot a bit, make it more suited for students here. I wonder if this will actually be available once we go to the cafeteria. If it is, it would be amazing. Either way, that is all he had right now. But of course, he is willing to go ahead and trade a Pokemon with us, which is really nice. He is in debt to us, but I think we can ignore that. Sure, I do have a really good Pokemon for him as well. He is gonna trade us Evoluza, which is once again a really cool Pokemon. In my case, initially I thought I'll go ahead and give this Poliwrath until I realized that that was the one that I used as a starter in Kitakami. So we are gonna go with this Cramorant right here. This is a unique Pokemon that I definitely want to try and add to my team in the future. I've never tried using it before, not even in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So maybe there is gonna be a day when I try to use this one. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it away or trade it with Veluza. There we go. Here is the newer Pokemon from Kofu. Pretty nice. I believe Veluza is a really cool Pokemon and is pretty good in attack moves. Either way, that's all on Kofu right here. Let me quickly go ahead and invite the rest of the gym leaders and see what they do trade with me. Now it seems that I was a bit wrong. There were around 9 people who are actually available as soon as you trade in 4 Pokemons. Some of them are mainly if you do complete the special quests in Paldia, which I have already covered and completed when I did go through Paldia itself. In case if you are wondering what those quests were, those were the quests from each of the teachers in Paldia that you had to complete. I believe some of them had you catch 4 legendary Pokemons and others were mainly on their own storyline. So since I have completed them, they are now available since I did trade in 4 Pokemons. In any case, here we have Larry and Rhyme. This case, Larry is actually talking about the quality of food that he has seen here in Blueberry Academy, which is pretty nice. Apparently, the dish Academy Fires, which we have tried before in the cafeteria, made him dance. Personally, I would be interested in seeing him dance because that would be pretty funny. Apparently, he didn't expect us to give him this much of an attention, so he is gonna go ahead and, or I guess he is willing to trade a Pokemon with us. Now for Larry here, I do have a really good Pokemon as well. It's not a Pokemon that you would usually use. Maybe someone would, but I really thought Blissey would be a really cool Pokemon for him. This one also has the Poison type, so that would actually give him an additional boost. He does give us a Dundon Spars, which he was using in his team, apparently. I'm not really sure about that, but I'll take the Dundon Spars. It's a pretty powerful Pokemon. Alright, there we go. This is the 5th Pokemon that we just traded today. We have, I believe, 3 more gym leaders left. Blissey, interesting. This will be fun to race. Definitely fun considering that Blissey is also a normal type. If you have seen my team, I am trying to give each of these gym leaders a Pokemon that is of their type, but also has a dual typing, in which case it will be able to help them cover up their issues. It also seems that Rhyme is pretty happy surrounded by kids, which is really nice. I guess I'm not really that surprised, especially considering the fact that she is super old and probably does have kids of her own. Let's see what she has to say. I mean, yeah, she does. Ooh, alright, she is a grandparent, which is surprising. I mean, considering that we never get background on these gym leaders, it's really nice to get some right here. Ooh, her grandkids is also my age. That's pretty cool. In this case, she is also gonna go ahead and trade a Pokemon with us. For her, I believe I have a Ghost type Pokemon. I am kind of in between Duskull or Drifloon. Both of these Pokemons are super nice. I believe Duskull is pretty solid Pokemon, but once Drifloon does evolve, it is a super nice Pokemon as well. In this case though, I did go with a Duskull. I feel that Drifloon would be better for another trainer. I'm pretty sure she is definitely gonna go ahead and take good care of this Duskull. Maybe evolve it and add it to her team. That would be pretty nice to see. In fact, it would be really nice if they had the feature where they would actually add our Pokemon into their team the next time we go ahead and challenge them in Paldia. Either way, that is all on Rhyme right here. She is as usual pretty happy with the Pokemon. I'm pretty sure you would get the same dialogue with any other Pokemon, but I do feel it's a bit special if I do give her or any other gym leader the type that they already use. Either way, let me quickly go ahead and invite the last 2 gym leaders that are left. But of course, if you do go into the special coaches, it seems that all of the trainers are available except one of them. I believe the one spot that is available over there would belong to Geeta, who will be available once you trade Pokemons with all the gym leaders. The last two trainers or gym leaders here is Tulip and Grusha. First of all, I'm just gonna talk to Tulip here. She is definitely gonna give us some good advice. Alright, I guess she is actually praising us right here, which is pretty cool. But of course, we definitely did do a lot of stuff. You could come work for my company. Who? I'm not really sure if that is an option I would really need, but I'll think about it. That is definitely the really good option right here. But of course, it's really nice of her to actually talk about recruiting us. Either way, as usual, she is agreeing to trade a Pokemon with us. Not as a present, but as a fitting way to make this memory pop. Alright. For her, I do have a very special Pokemon. This one is actually a stellar type Pokemon that I was able to find right here in the terrarium. It is right here. I'm really not sure how happy she's gonna be with this because it's part bug type, but I hope she likes this Pokemon. She of course is gonna give us a psychic type Pokemon as well. Now that I see all of these Pokemons that I did get from each of these gym leaders, I feel like we could definitely have a team. The only Pokemon that would be missing is a ground type Pokemon, which I guess we would get if we do trade Pokemon with the other members that are actually available. Either way, here we go. That is all on Tulip. We have one final gym leader left. Let me quickly go ahead and talk to Grusha as well. Before that, let me quickly arrange all of the Pokemons I did get, just to have them in a single space. I definitely will move all of these Pokemons on a later stage to a different tab. That way we'll have a separate tab for just the Pokemons here. Here is Grusha, and apparently he did give in to his desire of skiing the mountains. I was kind of guessing that he would do this. Anyway, it's pretty nice to see him let go of the tension that he is usually in and getting a bit more excited about this small vacation he has here. Alright, I guess that's all on Grusha's story. Nothing too complicated. I don't think Grusha here is weak-willed. I don't know really why he keeps beating himself down. But either way, we are just gonna go ahead and trade a Pokemon. For Grusha, I do have a Ice-type Pokemon. I'm pretty sure this is a Pokemon that is available in Paldea itself. But I figured that it would be easier for me to just go ahead and I guess trade it. Crabominable here does have a part fighting type, which is very helpful, especially to Grusha's team considering all our ice type Pokemons. Either way, there we go. Alright, I definitely have a team of 8 Pokemons now. Let me know if you want to see me go through Paldea with these traded Pokemons. I think it will be super fun. Ooh, alright. Seems like Grusha is pretty happy. Not something I was expecting. But either way, that's all on the gym leaders and I guess inviting them to Blueberry Academy as well as trading a Pokemon with them. This has been pretty fun. Now, let me quickly go ahead and display all the moves or the levels in which each of these Pokemons are. I don't believe all of them are around the lower levels. Some of them are quite higher. We do have Greyward here at level 10. And each of these Pokemons do have a special ribbon tied to the particular gym leader's name. And that is right here. It is called the partner ribbon, which is pretty cool. I guess they really don't have any other ribbons, but that's alright. For the next Pokemon, we have Citadel here. I also believe that the abilities in each of these Pokemons are a bit special as well. They do have, probably some of them do have the hidden ability, or maybe that's just me. The next one is Sunflora at level 40, which is not something I was expecting. We have Combi at level 15, which is very nice. It also has the ribbon. The Magnemite is at level 222 and has Magnet Pull. I guess that is a normal ability right there. Veluza is at level 20. I guess some of these Pokemons could be used initially in the game, although I do have to be a bit careful. We have Frittle, which is at level 32 with Speed Boost, which is really helpful. Dunsparce at level 35. I guess the highest level was level 40. And that is all on all the Pokemons that the gym leaders have. Hope you all enjoyed this episode as much as I did. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it does help me a lot. If you'd like to support me more on Patreon, check out the links in my description. And I'll see you all in the next one.